What's going on, guys? Today we are back working on the Toyota pickup. As you can see, snow's gone. We had a couple of weeks of up to plus 10 temperatures. It was nice. So, schedule for today, we are installing this boost gauge here that I got off eBay. First up, we're just gonna connect it to this port back here on the back of the supercharger. That's where it wants the boost gauge, and we're just gonna see how much boost it makes. Also on schedule for today, boom, starter relay, that's going in. So let's get to work. So, as you can tell, she makes some boost. Not a ton. I think there's still some vacuum issues with the supercharger here. I gotta figure it all out. But yeah, you saw it got up to at least 5 pounds of boost there. So that's sick. I'm gonna gut the dash, try to figure out where I'm gonna put this inside the cab. So here's what I'm thinking. Boost gauge, right here. There you have it. Interior is gutted here. Well, half the dash anyways. And that gives us lots of room. Doesn't really look like I can put the gauge here because this plastic goes all the way up. Maybe. Oh. Maybe I can cut all that out in there. You see what I mean? This inside piece goes up. Huh. You can see my rat's nest of wiring in here. What is this? Great, I put a remote starter in it. I'm gonna delete that. Delete all the wiring from it anyways. Because I think I pulled the control box because I thought it was giving me issues, but no, it wasn't it. You can see the ignition wires, they've been tapped into many times. Because when I got this thing, it was worse than this, the wiring. But, let's get to work. Normally, if it wasn't like trying to rain and kinda is raining, I would just pull the seats out so that I had all this room here. But in this case, I don't. So I'm gonna have to just deal with being uncomfortable while working on this thing. So right now I'm using my multimeter to figure out what one of these wires going into the ignition here is what. So I know this one, the key's off, and the red or the white with the red stripe. So that wire here, that is positive. Now if I turn it to accessory, we should actually have something else light up. So let's try this. Boom, boom. So now the blue with the red stripe here turns on. So we know that is the accessory wire. There we go. So now I know that the blue wire on the very end there, which you guys can barely just see there, that I got the probe into, I know that is the start trigger wire. So as I was saying earlier, this thing used to actually have a remote start. This is the harnesses used to go into the computer, the control module. You can see how it's tied into the ignition here. So I'm going to cut it off, make sure it all looks nice and neat in there. And so I discovered this one here on the end. It's been spliced into before. This is actually the starter trigger wire. So next, I'm going to see how all these are just kind of spliced in and where I cut it off here. I'm going to take all these, take all the black tape off. I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to solder them together and actually heat shrink it back on and get it look nice and clean. It'll be there forever, right? I got one wire done just to show you here. Like, look how much cleaner that looks than like these black tape pieces of crap here. So I'll catch up with you when all these are done. Check that out. All shrinked. Looks way, 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 way better, hey? I left all but this starter trigger wire because I got to run that to the relay. So I just wrapped it all. Nice layer of black tape over into this harness. And now it's time to give her a test. So, key. It's not going to start now, but I want to test the accessory in the on position. So accessory. Deck turns on. And then on. Sweet. I can hear the fuel pump. So, we're good. Show you what's going on here and why I'm installing the relay is If you guys see this, that's the starter trigger wire coming in here into where I used to have the push to start button here. This is the positive lead going into the button. That's obviously going to get deleted. But here, I'll show you. Turn the key. Nothing. I can hear the starter click, click, but nothing's turning on. So hopefully the relay should solve that issue. Boom. So next step, the engine bay, I got to run a positive wire from the battery down into here to run to the positive on the relay. And then I got a spot already here to ground the relay, and then yep, trigger wire, and then the starter wire. Just need to connect it all together in the relay and we'll be set. So there you have it. There's the lead going to the battery. Comes up around, up and over in here, through that grommet over there, and down in here. And since I didn't have a really thick or too thick of a gauge of wire, I just doubled up the wires here. I'll go into the relay. So yeah, I'm calling it. It's getting really rainy out. It's getting dark. I buttoned it up a little bit, but it's still not done. Neither of the things. The boost gauge isn't installed. The relay isn't done yet, but it's mostly kind of in place. Hopefully I'll get another day to work on this before we get another dump of snow. Probably not, though. It's probably going to sit like this until spring. But yeah, if you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, let me know what you want to see with the pickup build or whatever in the comments below. Let me know if you have any questions even. And I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.